Hey everyone, in the last video I showed you how I get started going from a traditional doodle or sketch and taking a picture, bringing it into Photoshop and essentially tracing it. So this is the result of my sketch that I've done. Again, this is in another, it wasn't the one I showed you, but this is one that I finished previously. And it's just kind of the basic kind of lines and playing around, and I made some changes to different portions. And this was my first sketch, so I actually did two sketches. This one has full opacity, or not quite full opacity, but is stronger with opacity. And then the other one, which is here, is I made some more changes in the image. So I kind of got the lines a little bit more clean and happy with the face and things like that. So at this point, you want to start not using your sketcher brush anymore. So I'm going to open up another layer and I'm going to just kind of show you what this layer is. So this is going to be ink, and I'm just going to call it demo because I have another layer called ink. So what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to turn down my opacity on my sketch, and this is where I want to kind of have more confident, cleaner lines on this inking layer. The other thing you probably noticed is that my background is gray, so I'll talk to you about that a little bit more when we get into filling in colors. At this point, it doesn't really matter if it's white or gray. I do find gray a little bit easier to look at, and I can show you in class how to do that if you would prefer your background to be gray. So I'm going to go to my my brush tool, and I'm actually going to go to my Inker flatter brush. So I'm not using my sketcher anymore. This one defaults to a little bit larger of a size. Let me just click off here. Oops, sorry, my layer is hidden. Thought I'm on the wrong layer. So again, I'm going down, Inker flatter, and I'm on my Inker flatter. You can see it defaults to a larger size, but I'm going to make it smaller. And again, my hotkey to do that is just going to be, there we go, is the left square bracket. So at this point, I am going to kind of start going in, and I am going to make some more kind of confident lines. You can see that it's much darker, and if you're unhappy with a line, undo it. So this is a layer where you want to start kind of cleaning up your lines a little bit more. It's running a little bit slow right now for me because I am recording, so there is quite a bit of lag. But you want to kind of start making your lines more clean. Again, if you're unhappy with a line, undo it. So don't feel as though you have to kind of go, oh, it's close enough, it's good enough. You want to redo the line. It's much easier to be kind of happy with your lines at this stage than to have to go back later and fix them. So the less fixing you have to do, the better. So this is the stage where you want to just go through and kind of start making more definite lines and cleaner lines. The faster you work with a line, or sorry, the faster you draw a line, generally the cleaner it looks. So if you can go quickly, that's better. So again, if I don't like a line, I'm just going to undo it. And again, this is just for demo purposes. I have done this, and I'll show you kind of the end result of my line work. But I'm using the Inker flatter, so I'm going over, actually I did two renditions of this sketch before I was kind of satisfied, and but this is the point where you want to be happier with your lines. I am going to show you a trick that one of the digital illustrators that I kind of base my workflow off of, and what he kind of what he does essentially, and I'll talk to you about that, how he makes his lines a little more softer in the end. But my end result with my Inker flatter brush is here. You can see some of the lines were a little bit more careful, and they were cleaned up. I think actually I was lower than a 10. I was probably closer to a 5 or a 6 when I was doing this. So I made the lines a little more delicate. That's another choice, a stylistic choice that you can make. I'm eventually going to try to hide a lot of these lines when I've done coloring her and rendering her. So if you want that kind of bulky black line, or it doesn't have to be a black line, but if you want that bulky line in your end result, in your style, you can make a larger pixel size your brush. I eventually want to hide my lines or kind of disguise them a little bit. They're still going to be there, but they're not going to be as obvious. And so I made them a little more delicate in some areas. So we're going to talk about those choices as we go through the course as well. But that's kind of your end result. So this is with an Inker Flatter, and you can see they're much more defined than the original sketch, and even though that's full opacity, there is kind of more delicacy to them than the end result here. So again, you want to move from your sketch using the Inker Flatter to start kind of doing more definite lines. One more tip is when I'm working with my lines, I tend to want to rotate my image as well. So if you find that it's easier to rotate the canvas, because I often find that I'm better with drawing quick lines going towards me than away from me or in certain angles, you can rotate the entire canvas. Again, if you're struggling with getting some nice lines, I can talk to you in class. All right, see you soon.